keeping an eye on the light to make sure that it doesn't change on me, and it does. So at the moment, I'm parked up on the side of the road. I've just started off my car. I'm gonna get into first gear, do my checks, so center mirror, right mirror, over my shoulder. I'll signal right as well. There's these cars coming down, this van, and it's quite a big road here, so I'm gonna make sure I've got enough space first before moving forward, and then when I do, I'm gonna check my right shoulder one more time. Then my signal is gonna cancel itself once I've started moving. Into second, I know already that this road is 20 miles per hour, so I'm not gonna go too fast. Braking a bit gently so I can keep an eye on my speed. And at the end here, I can only turn left. See the signs there, and I can see the sign as well telling us that it's turning into a 40-mile-an-hour road. So mirror, mirror, even though I can only turn left, I'm gonna signal as well. Going into first. And there's 2 lanes here, so I'm checking both of them. This lane is clear, I'm gonna make my turn. So like now, it's not clear because there's a car coming. And be patient on these kind of roads, don't rush. Okay, so once this lorry's gone past, I can then slowly make my turn so I can turn sharply. And then once I'm straight now, I can add more gas, lots of gas, into second. I'm gonna signal right because I wanna join the dual carriageway. Check my mirror one more time, and then keep my signal on because I want to still join this dual carriageway. This van is next to me, and he's not letting me through, so I'm just going to slow down a bit, and then now I can join, cancelling my signal because I can see up ahead people are slowing down. So I'm still in third. I'm not in a rush to try to go overtaking these people. I'm just gonna stay in the left lane for a bit to see what's happening. Once I can see that it's really slow traffic and I want to overtake them, then I'll do that. But for now, I'll keep it in this lane. So the van in front is slowing down to turn, so I'm just gonna reduce my speed. Then once it's turned, I'm gonna move off. So the mistake learners make there is they ignore the fact that it's indicating left, and they'll just keep driving on. I can see lots of traffic up ahead, so I'm going to change lanes now because it's nice and clear on this side. I'll change lanes because there's probably a bus at a bus stop up there, and I don't want to be stuck behind it. But you're going to expect people to do stuff like what this yellow van just did. So sometimes drivers will just come out of that traffic jam, so be ready for that, just like this car's doing. Yeah, if you're prepared for it, it's not going to be too bad. So still in the middle lane for now. And I can see there's a bus up ahead. I think that's what was causing the traffic in the lane before. And it's pulling over again, and this lorry is going to try to go past him, so I'm just going to slow down a bit. There's also a lorry on my left as well. Eventually I want to go back to the left lane. So let me signal left so the people that know that I'm trying to go into the left lane. Go behind this lorry here. And then I'm going to come off the next exit. So not this one, but the one straight after. So mirror, mirror, signal, and go straight into the slip road. So don't hang around too much in the other lane. Go straight to the middle. Go straight to the slip road so that you can come off without affecting the people behind us. So now this road is a 30. It's really easy to miss the signs and then go too fast here because it still looks like a dual carriageway. Well, it's a dual carriageway technically because we've got the barrier separating this side and that side, but the speed limit is now 30, so you need to bear that in mind. Yeah, check in my left mirror just in case anyone's coming from this side. Then we've got another reminder telling us that it's 30 again. So when the light starts changing, I can start braking early. Don't leave it too late to start braking. You see everyone that's stopping here, they're braking super early so that by the time we get here, we're already going slow. The mistake lots of learners make is they'll leave it super late and then brake really hard when they get to the lights. But the more you drive, the more you realize that the earlier you brake, the smoother the stop is going to be. And then moving off now, nice and smoothly, no need to rush. Again, the lights are changing, so I'll start braking early, checking my center mirror to see how close the guy behind me is. And then as I get to the line, I'll get into first gear so that if it changes straight away, I can move off again. And I can see the green man is still on. So once that goes to red, R1 is going to be green soon. Okay, so it's going to green, touch the biting point, a bit of gas as well. Not worrying too much about that pothole. Going into second. Another 30 mile an hour speed limit sign there. So at some point I want to go right at the roundabout up ahead there. So which means I'm going to move over to the right hand lane. Let me check my mirrors. I don't want to do it yet. Let me go past the lights first. So mirror, mirror. Then once I'm here, I'm going to signal right. Let this car go past. And then I'll go into the right hand lane because the other car is really far away. So here I'm going to follow signs for Collindale, which is right at the first roundabout and then right again at the second one. So mirror, mirror. I'll signal right. And I'll aim to be on the right of these two lanes. Approach it in second. There's nothing coming from the right hand side. And here I need to be really careful and stick to my side because there's two lanes here. I don't want to be encroaching on that side too much, and I'm going to signal right again. I'm not too worried about the cars on the left, more concerned about any cars coming from this side because these cars have to wait for me. And then now I'll come off and we'll stop here for this red light. Temporary light, so it's going to be a while, so I can go into neutral and put my handbrake on. You don't have to do this, by the way. Remember, you can stay in gear if you're not comfortable with getting ready after the lights change. Okay, so now it's going to green. Get ready, check my mirrors, and then move off. Into second, check my mirror so I can go back to the left. No need for signals here because everyone knows I'm going to go here anyway, but still a good idea to check your mirrors in case anybody's trying to go past you or cut in front of you so that you're ready for them. Got another roundabout, a mini roundabout ahead of us, so I'm just going to slow down a bit, checking the right. It looks like it's clear, nothing's coming from there. Still 30 miles per hour because I haven't seen any signs saying otherwise. And we're going to pull over on the left in a safe place. So mirror, mirror. Make sure I go past this road first and then signal, because if I signaled before then, people are going to think that I'm turning into that road when I'm not. Yeah. Coming into a nice stop, making sure I'm in the box, not too far forward so I'm not blocking that driveway. And I can cancel my signal and secure the car. And here, the examiner might say drive on. We're going to do some independent driving. So what we'll do is we're going to follow a set of directions. It might be something like at the next roundabout, turn right. And then at a set of traffic lights, turn left. And then left again at the traffic lights. So right at the roundabout, left at the traffic lights, and then left again at the traffic lights. So it's quite a long way. And remember, with this one, if you forget, don't stay quiet. Let them know that you've forgotten and then get a reminder, yeah? So you're not gonna get any marks taken off for doing that. So now it's time to move on again. So I'll get my car ready. I'll put my signal on, checking my shoulder and my mirror as I'm moving off, making sure that it's safe. Remembering what the speed limit was is 30. So I'm not trying to get to 30 straight away. I'm just doing it gradually. Into third, checking my right mirror to go around the car, then my left to go back into the left. So we've got a speed bump here. I'm just going to reduce my speed a bit, check my mirror as well before I do that. Still in third. Yeah, give this person a bit of space, because you see that car is pulling over. That guy needed space to go around, and then I had lots of room on my left, so it didn't make sense for me to hold up take up all the space. So you can share the road in that case. So I'm remembering that the instruction was right at the roundabout, but if I'm not sure, I can just ask when I'm around here, and then they'll say yes, it was right. So mirror, mirror, signal right, and I'll approach it in second, checking the right from early. That car's turning. Then this car has to wait for us because we're coming from their right, so then we can make a move. Checking the speed limit signs I can see on the floor is saying 20. Then I'm thinking about my next instruction, which was traffic lights, turn right. And if I'm not sure, I say, excuse me, did it say we're turning right? Or is it traffic lights, turn right? Then they'll say yes. No, they'll say traffic lights, turn left, because it was supposed to be left at the traffic lights. Yeah. And On a 20-mile-an-hour zone, it's really easy to speed, so you need to be super careful that you don't go over the speed limit. And especially going downhill as well. Going up this hill, you need a little bit more gas than normal just to maintain that speed. And then once the road flattens out, we're not going to add any more gas too much, because otherwise we're going to go too fast. Yeah, listen to the engine as well. So if the engine changes, the way it sounds changes, probably means you're going too fast, or you might be going too slow. So just try to keep it around the same sort of like engine noise level. Okay, I can see some signs up ahead saying 30, but that's for the road that's going straight ahead, which would be actually a left turn in this case, because our road goes towards the right. So I'm just gonna check my mirrors and then go towards this way. So that means our road is still 20, because that side is the 30, but this one is still 20. And it's got quite narrow here, so I'm gonna go slower, especially with those cars coming towards us. Brake a little bit. Then we've got the signs telling us that the road bends sharply to the left, so you'd be even more careful here. Again, slowing down for the bumps. So looking at the other cars, see where their wheels are. If they're in my space, I'll probably need to slow down a bit more. Yeah. And then now it's changed back to a 30. There's a sign there telling us to change to 30. So you notice I'm not putting my gas down straight away to go faster or too fast, because even though it's a 30 now, there's still quite a lot to do. There's quite a narrow road, it's quite bendy. So it doesn't make sense trying to speed up to 30 straight away. Yeah, even for this bend especially, I might slow down even more. I might even consider going into second. Yeah, let me do that, go into second, because it's kind of tight and I have to go really slow. And then now that I can have more space, then I can increase my speed and go into third. Okay, it's important as well not to get too distracted with anything on the outside. So right now, outside is quite nice. Got lots of trees, birds singing around. Or if you like near a place with nice houses, stay focused on the drive. So the instruction was left at the lights, but this is not a one where you can turn left, so it's not these ones. Yeah. And the examiner would clarify that anyway as you're approaching them. Well, you can ask them, is it these ones? They'll say, no, it's not these ones. Yeah, so it's the next lights that we're turning left. Okay, so I can see them now. So center mirror, left mirror, signal left. I'm still in third, so I should be gearing down, but you see the car's struggling now, which is a mistake that lots of learners make, and then eventually they might leave it so long that it will stall. But did you hear that? How much noise it was making there? It was struggling in third. I should have geared down to second, or maybe even first on the approach. That way it's not going to stall. So I'll show you in the next one then when I do this, yeah? So these guys should be turning right, but when you're waiting here, I'm looking at their signals. I'm looking at them as well, just in case they're looking at me trying to change their minds and turn into here. You never know, because the more prepared you are, the easier it's going to be to deal with. And then I'm looking on that side as well. I'm looking, there's a bus lane over there, and right now it's 2:30 nearly, and the bus lane is not in operation until 4 o'clock, so we can use it if it's clear. So once I turn, I'm going to check, and if it's clear, I'm going to use it. Especially if it's quite a long one as well. But I'll make up my mind once I've turned, once I can see what's happening. So check this side just in case anybody's missed the red light. So you see there's no point going into that lane because there's a van parked in there. So I might as well just stick to this side. And then the next instruction was, next traffic lights was to turn left. And if I look in the shop window, I can see the cars moving, which gives me a bit more of a heads up that the traffic's going to move again. Because sometimes you don't know when the traffic will start moving again, especially if you're behind like a van or a bus. But if you look in the shop windows, you can see them moving, and then you can start preparing yourself to move as well. So right now we know the next instruction was to turn left at the lights, which is these ones. So mirror, mirror, signal left. Keeping an eye on the light to make sure that it doesn't change on me, and it does. So then I can stop, so I don't go through a red light. So now, because I'm the first person at the lights, I'm going to keep an eye out to make sure that when it changes, I can start moving. Because some people here, they'll get distracted, they'll start looking away, start looking down here, playing around with something down here. But if you don't look around, if you don't look at the lights properly, you can easily miss them when they go green. So like now they're changing to green. Get ready. Give this person a bit of time to get out of my way. And this is one of those one-way roads where you can use either lane. So you can see the sign there saying use either lane. So I'm going to use this one for now. Checking ahead, I can see there's a bit of parked cars in my lane. So I'm just going to check my left side. I can still stick to the right a bit because there's space to do that. Got a zebra crossing. Sticking to the right. I'm going to go straight at this road here, which is a little bit left and then straight on. So I don't need to signal for this. This is a staggered crossroads. So I'll treat this as a straight as I'm going forward. So now that's green, I'm going to check my left mirror because sometimes people here make a mistake of using this lane to go straight. Yeah. Give these pedestrians time to move out the way and then carry on. And then this road bends towards the right, and the people coming from the left have to give us way because I can see that by the road markings. So I'm just gonna go towards the right with no signal on because the road goes that way anyway. And then here, the road bends towards the left as well. So I don't need to signal here because it goes this way anyway. Yeah, still 30 miles per hour because that's the last speed limit that I saw. Reducing my speed here. Once it's gone, check both sides for any more pedestrians, and then once I know it's clear, I can carry on. Into third. So give this person some time to speed up, because when people come out of a side road, they don't always speed up straight away. Give them time to do that, so that way you don't have to brake too hard. So you just ease off the gas a tiny bit, and that will allow them time to move. See, there's quite a bit happening here, you see. So this guy came out too far, so instead of trying to go around him, I just stopped the car smoothly so that he can go past. Especially with another car coming down the road as well. If they're just on the give way line, go past them. If they're just a little bit out, go past them. But if they come out a lot and you have to make a big swing to go around them, sometimes it's best just to let them come out. So we've done the independent driving now, so that was the end of that one. Sometimes they will pull you over and do some more, or sometimes they will get you to follow signs for a certain place. So let's follow signs for Hatfield now, which, as we can see from the sign, it's going to be the next left. So here it's a meeting situation. I can see a big bus coming through, so it doesn't make sense me going into that space over there. I'm just going to wait here, let them come through first, and then once they've gone through, I'm going to check my mirror and then start going forward. And the sign for Hatfield was saying left at the next junction, so it's this one. So I'll keep to the left already. Some learners here, they'll keep to the right and then afterwards move over to the left. If you're the lead car, it doesn't make sense to do that. Just stick to the side that you want to be on, and then that way you don't have to like ask anybody permission to move into the left lane because you're already there. Yeah. This kind of lights take long sometimes because it's got a busy dual carriageway kind of junction here. So I'm not going to be in neutral. I'm not going to be in gear. I'm just going to stay neutral for a bit. And then once I see that traffic stopping, I'll think about getting ready. Okay, so now our lights going to green. give way here, so I'm going to check the right. Should be clear, but you always have to check the right there in case someone's coming through. And if there was someone coming through there, you'd have to stop and give them way. So the dual carriageway, 40 miles per hour. So I'm already in fourth. Make sure I stick to my lane here. And then we have a slip road on the left, and I reckon this van is going to try to move into the left lane. I don't know. I've got a feeling it's going to. Check this mirror here. And then up ahead, people are slowing down. I want to turn left at the lights, so I'm just going to start reducing my speed from now. Yeah, because everyone around me is slowing down anyway. Yeah, sometimes you see learners, they're only focusing on their lane, so when they see that their lane is not that busy, they'll speed past all these cars that are slowing down, and that's a mistake. What you should be doing really is, once they start slowing down, you start slowing down as well, so that you're not the only person going through this traffic going really fast. Okay, so now everyone's moving into first. Check my mirrors, and you notice I'm not trying to be really quick and catch these guys up. I'm just doing it in my own pace, and you see lots of learners rushing to move off and then end up making a mistake or end up getting flustered or stressed out. You don't need to. Yeah, keeping my distance here, keeping an eye on this guy and keeping an eye on the light as well. Once I know it's going to stay green, I can carry on. Check my mirror one more time and then make my turn. Yeah. Speed limits changed to 30 just from the sign there. And this car creeping forward to the line, I'm not going to be too scared of them because I can see that they can see the giveaway line there. Okay, I'm taking the next road on the right. So center mirror, right mirror, signal. And I'll check my right mirror again before I go into this space, because whenever you go into the right or left, check your mirror first. You can see lots of traffic coming through, so I'm going to go into first because these guys have priority. Looking for a nice gap. I can see after this van there's a big gap here, so I'm going to take it. Check my mirror one more time and then I'll make my turn. So we've got this lorry blocking our lane. Going to go through slowly. I'm not going to be in a rush to go past it. I'm also going to not going to get too close. Hopefully this car is going to move, because if they don't move, we're going to be stuck here. But they've moved. And then now, check my mirror. So you notice I didn't get really close to the lorry. I gave myself lots of space so that when it was time for me to move, I could move and go around it without getting too close to it. We've got another one parked up on the left. So I'm keeping in first around here because it's a slow road. There's no need for me to go into second. Keeping my speed down. And then I can see a mirror on that lamp post there. And I want to go towards the left. So I'm using that mirror to see if there's anyone coming through. Looks like it's clear right now. And then I'll keep to my side, keeping it nice and slow as well. And then at the end here, I'm going to be turning right. So mirror, mirror, signal. Not forgetting that it's a giveaway here. Check both sides. Looking good. Then I can make my turn. Okay, so we're near the test center now, so I'm just going to finish off somewhere here. Let me reverse into this bay here. So when you're doing a reverse bay park, you are allowed to go a bit towards the right like this. Get your car at an angle, get into reverse, and then do your checks. And then this way, it should be a bit easier to go into the bay. And you notice I've got my foot down on the clutch. That's because I'm on a hill right now. If I bring my clutch up, it's going to go too fast. But right now it's going downhill, so gravity is pulling us down. And then I'm just using my brake to control how fast I'm going while looking everywhere. Shoulders, shoulders, mirrors, shoulders. Once I get the car straight, I'll straighten up my wheels like that. And then once I'm happy that it's in, handbrake on, neutral, and then relax. And it's done. So thank you for watching. If you want more videos like this, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.